Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video and another big ol' waste of time, and that is the Schemer World Tour Part 2. Because yesterday we did the first 5 stages of this, and it's a complete joke, and it's a waste of time and a waste of stamina, but hey, whatever. And now we're here to waste more time and more stamina doing the other 5 stages, which are not going to be very difficult. Still using the same team as we did yesterday, so the full Schemer plus the free-to-play Isis, because she's also on Schemer and she's free, so nothing really to do there. And last time, everybody was murdered by Diablo, except for the one stage that I intentionally let the sword gimmick run in, and it did millions of damage when they only had 150 to use, so I guess we're just gonna watch that today, too. So, let's go ahead and jump in. This is another AoE-focused space stage, so this will be actually hilarious to watch. So, let's jump in. Alright, the only slightly annoying thing about this stage is that we do get binded for 2 turns, which is not really going to be that big of a deal, especially when we have a good starting hand here. Us missing Soka is not really a detriment to us, but we're going to take out Isis. And then we'll just send this against Lumi because she can heal herself back up from the damage that she's going to take. So, oh yeah, look at that. She's already dead. Or about to be. Yeah, that's super difficult, guys. We are getting the extra damage increase on the Protector. We do have type advantage. And yeah, you're all going to die. You're all going to die. Who'da thunk? Let's do the first time we get Lumi's buff. Not that it matters. And then we'll send Diablo orbs. So we're only actually getting the physical buff here. We don't have the AoE buff. We don't have the EX buff. We just have our physical 100% damage buff. And that should probably be enough. Oh wow, it was not. Shocking. Okay, well you're dead. Actually, does this kill Dino? Oh, it does. Okay, still 2 turns. Look at that shit. Had we used the actual Diablo buff, like they would have one-shot. So I just wanted to use something else besides Diablo's skill. Maybe I'll change the team around. The next stages are single target, right? Because it's Gazel, then Clayman. Oh no, it's them. Earth. I don't have any fire units on the team. All right. Oh, it's the era of set starting hands finally. Ooh, all right. So we can do the gimmick and the orb change with LaBoss. And then, you know what? Just for fun, just for funsy onesies, we're going to nuke them with Lumi and her support ult. Because if we give her, you know, the big time synergy and her own buff, she'll probably do 180,000 damage, if not more. Especially with an EX ult. And a perfect hand for this. Excellent. Love to see it. So this stage for beginners could be difficult, right? Because they do hit relatively hard for a beginner player's box. There's no getting around that fact. So, if anything, you would just need to survive for 5 turns. Bring in some defense characters, which actually could probably be difficult if you're asking people to survive that long that are new. So, this might actually be a challenge for some new players. But we're going to make it not a challenge anymore. Let's do the multi-hit and the follow-ups just for funsies. And then we'll send the ult with Lumi next turn with the full buff active. Oh, she doesn't actually have the EX ult. That's unfortunate. Oh well. I mean, it doesn't change her... Well, it would because we would have the EX ult buff from Soe. I still don't think it's going to matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Already up to 132, so if we were to simply leave and do one hit, 134, they would die to the gimmick. Alright, I mean, Isis did take damage there. There's no getting around that fact. Let's bring Soka in, and then we can watch Lumi wipe the field, I guess. And you can come in for Isis. You gotta give someone else their time to nuke. Can't always be Diablo. I think for the next fights we'll have Soka nuke because they're single targets. So there's that buff. I don't know why I didn't do both of them at the same time. Alright. You should die here. And if the ult doesn't kill you, then the other orbs certainly will. They still have the AoE, they still have the multi-hit, they still have the follow-up. Come on, Lumi. Show me what you got. Just this cat girl Lumi that people are losing their minds over. With the animation that is just kind of meh. It's more for her poses than anything else. Alright, the giant claw of death. And she does. Oh my god, she didn't kill. Oh, physical buff, the synergy down, the synergy up. The only thing we were missing was the EX alt buff from Zoe. Like, yeah, her alt multiplier is actual garbage because she's a support alt, but hey, we had to get it in the video, right? See, now we have the Isis buff. So you know what? We're not even going to use the Soka gimmick. We don't need it. We're not that weak. We'll just do the green buff and the orb change. And then next turn, we will just simply steal orbs and give her an ult. She's not going to need an EX ult. I know that much. Oh yeah, Laplace is type advantage. Right. Alright, well we got 3 orbs for somebody. That's good. Oranges are nerfed because of the Isis buff. Doesn't really matter because we're going to change them on to greens anyways. So, Diablo for Isis. Steal. Boom. And then we'll nuke with... Oh, right, we didn't steal everything because Lumi's here now. Right. The gripe that I have with that skill. Alright, follow-ups and AoEs, you know, for funsy onesies. And then we'll still send 6, and we're still going to get an ult for Soka, because we've got 5 buffed greens. It's just that we won't have everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not that we're going to need it, because we'll still have enough points for the synergy and the physical, and now that we actually have someone with an actual ult multiplier, it's going to do a lot more damage. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 900. Ooh, man. Big, big damage right there. Alright, cool. Thank you for that. And, yeah, oh, double counter. And now we'll buff. Ooh, we can give Lumi another chance. She's not gonna do. She's gonna do the same amount of damage because it's the same friggin' setup. Oh man. Alright. Physical, synergy down, synergy up. No one has an EX ult again, so this buff doesn't really matter. It's just gonna give us a full hand. We'll give Lumi another chance. Her weakness strike wouldn't actually matter for Soka's sake. 79,000, look at that. And then we can watch Soka annihilate. Because she has an ult multiplier of 735, or, 735? Yeah? 427,000. I think Gazel has like 300k or something like that, somewhere around there. This is the first anniversary stage, which is again is just leading into the whole, please give me new content. Please give me some of the challenging content to test these characters in. Maybe I should do like story quest or something instead. That's more challenging than this. Maybe I'll start doing that for the world tours. I'll pick out some of the hard story chapters. That sounds like a much better idea. Okay, so the thing about the Clayman Tempered Edge is that if you do not put the burn status on him, he will just straight up lock you in and poison you for the end of time until you're dead. That's not really what we're looking for here. He's got 600,000 HP, which is, you know, not a lot, but also we've seen what Soka does type neutral, and it's about 400-ish around there or less. So we really do have to kind of make sure that we have all the power that we can give to Soka to make this work. So we're going to pray that we get some extra Diablo orbs next turn, and that way we could steal, bring Soka in, and then bring Lumi in. That way they're locked into the front. Thanks, game. What did you mean by that? Alright, hold on. I mean, I guess this works. I guess it'll work. So let's just steal 5. Fine. And then we'll have more Diablo orbs, which will actually be now Soka orbs. And those will come in. We'll take Isis out of here. We don't really need her for anything. And then we'll do the multi-hits and the AoEs. And we'll just bank on getting more Soka orbs in the next couple of turns so we can do the EX ult and we can have enough points to do the Soka buff and the Lumi buff. And that rainbow definitely will help us out. We just need like two more Soka orbs next turn, and then we'll probably be okay. The entire problem is that we are type disadvantage here. We are space fighting Earth. So we're already just not super duper strong. Alright, that should work. And there's the poison, there's the bind. Nothing we can do about that with this particular team build. If I wanted to bring like the free-to-play hero that has the burn, then we could use that on turn 2 and we would avoid all of this problem. But we're not doing that. So, here we are. Do I get another Soe out of 5 orbs here? I do, perfect. Okay, so there's the EX ult. We have max points, obviously. And now we should be able to kill. We've taken a little bit of chunk damage out of him, no matter, how sad these follow-up orbs are. Earth resistance down just means he's going to do more damage, plus the poison means that, yeah, now we're down. Oh, we dodged the poison on Lumi. Didn't even realize that. Okay, well, that's cool. Alright, synergy down in the physical buff. And do we have enough points for the other stuff? The other things? Yeah, let's do the AoE hit. And we have a Laplace ult. We haven't actually seen that yet. And then I think we'll have used all of the different ults today, or within these 2 videos. So I think that is actually good. So we will not skip him. Alright, I guess mission accomplished. Because, he doesn't have an EX ult, but he's still going to have the synergy and the physical buff, and the synergy down on debuff on Clayman. Soul Flare Strike. How much do you do? Actually interested to know. 174. Alright, well, yeah, Soka's gonna... 1.2 million. There we go. Alright. One more stage to go, but there was the annoying stage with the bind, and it didn't really matter all that much. Just had to be a bit particular about who we brought in. Alright, the final stage versus Veldora. Where's this on the blue orbs? Because that'll give us... Actually, it won't give us Soe, because we're not running the protection gauge units, the big 3 in slot 1. As long as we can get 3 orbs for some... There we go. As long as we get 3 orbs for somebody, we'll be okay. That's the most important thing right there. So, let's do... We actually might... If we don't nuke and we let the swords kill here, we could actually see something funny. And you know what? Let's do that instead. 45 points, that is just enough. So let's take Lumi out, let's go ahead and steal 25 points, and then leaves us just enough to use the Soka gimmick, which we didn't use turn 1, so we're going to be down a couple hits. Not that big a deal, since pretty sure like 2 of the swords would kill him, much less 30 of them. 1 damage, though, because he has physical resistance, right? Yeah. Defense and physical resist. And it is a single target fight, so we're not getting like that many hit counters here. Yeah, let's just bank on the swords killing. We don't need to worry about anything else here. So we'll just bring Diablo in for Isis, and we'll just run the field. And that'll be the end of the show. So I guess we can just start the outro, because we just have to burn out a couple more turns. But the Schemer team. Very much able to clear like 99% of the content that is presented in the game for low-level players. Like Conquest, Tempered Edge, obviously, most of the story chapters, except for some of the more gimmicky, newer ones in chapters like 28 and 29. Like, all of that old content that's been around for literal years. Like, that is not going to be a challenge for this team. Because of, 1, the raw single-target nuking power that Soka or Diablo has, or AoE nuking power, but also, as we're gonna see next turn, the sword gimmick does way too much damage. Like, I mathed it out with Jubilee, because it has a damage counter and we can see. The swords, when you get up to that high level, and the attack buff, I mean, they do like 180 million damage total when you get all the hits and you have a really good attack stat. 180 million. Like, that's crazy. That is legitimately crazy right here. So you know what? Let's just send the one orb. Let's get the one hit. And we are up to 110. Does not matter, because you know what? He's gonna die here. He has no defense. There's no defense around it. And then final combo. Mer. Those are doing 600,000 damage, and we hit him like 15 times. He only has like 1.2 million HP or something. So, very, very easy to clear a lot of content. And even some of the older challenge quests. Like, if Conquest Calamity was here, and for some reason our nukes didn't kill, the swords would. So, there you have it. There is the part 2 of the world tour for the Schemer meta, at least through Tempered Edge. I think what I will do with the following months is go into story chapters, because those are much more difficult nowadays. It'll be a bit more of a relatable difficulty spike. But let me know what you guys think of this team as a whole, but that's it from me. Take it easy, and I will see you all later.